Hey everyone, it's Calvin, also known as Romer, and this is Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. I sometimes forget the name, but I think I got it right here. We are still in court. We are having some trouble. I'm thinking that I'm gonna press this immediately thing here, okay? I don't know if it's gonna work, but my idea is since he died at it says he died at like way earlier than he said he called, and he said that he called immediately. Yeah. You said that you called the police. Yes, exactly. However, by the time that you called the police, it was already 6:45 p.m. There's clearly a 15-minute gap here. Do you deny it? Yeah, see, dude, like, you're full of holes. I always think that you're airtight and then you're, like, full of holes. I think the court would like to hear what you were doing during the 15-minute gap. You better stop objecting before I slap you.
The witness was in shock at the time after witnessing terrible murder. It's only to be expected that he would have be a little dazed.
How many excuses are you gonna make for your goddamn client? 15 minutes is hardly what I would call a little daze. Guys, I love this. I fucking love this.
Mr. Wellington.
Yes?
Explain yourself. What were you doing during those 15 minutes?
Answer the question. Yeah, answer the question. Spit it out. I was searching for a phone booth. A phone booth?
You mean you don't have a cell phone?
You and your questions, if you're trying to open all the layers of a Matryoshka doll. Is that one of those Russian dolls? You must think you're really something special. Witness. I lost my cell phone. There, are you happy? You lost it? Well, I think I found it. Unbelievable, you lose your glasses and your cell phone?
You must be very scatterbrained when it comes to your belongings.
What are you saying, that first-rate people are never allowed to lose things? Haven't you ever heard of okay, here he goes again. Genius, plain people.
Enough.
Oh man. Wait, hold on a second, he lost his cell phone. Nick, that cell phone, could it be? I'm thinking that too, Maya. You mean this phone Maggie found? There's no way. Boy, I didn't see this coming. What should I do now? Question further. Of course, Christopher, we have evidence. Mr. Wellington, where is your cell phone right now? What are you getting all excited about? You seem to be a little confused. I found my phone. I'll have you know, so here it is. Oh. I thought that just maybe that this was his.
Well then, I think we've cleared up that issue. At the time of the murder, the witness did not have his cell phone because he had lost it. Therefore, the delay in his call was caused by a search for a phone booth.
Well, that's the gist of it. I guess you could put it that way and leave it at that.
Do you have any further questions, Mr. Wright?
There's a phone booth right fucking beside him. No way you're getting away with this. There's something. Your Honor, the witness testimony does not make any sense. I don't believe that there was ever a need for the witness to search for a phone. How dare you?
You can't just make outrageous claims like that. Do you have some sort of proof, don't you?
Well, yeah, of course. This evidence should be good enough, I think.
Alright, let's have this proof then. Please present the proof that the... Okay,
here you go.
Here you go. What you think of this now, buddy? Haha? Take that, buddy.
It's quite simple, actually. Please take a look at this.
Oh, the crime scene photo?
Is there a problem with it?
Oh, there's nothing wrong with the picture. But if you don't understand my logic after looking at it, there's something wrong with you.
It's a phone booth.
That is correct. All the defendant had to do was walk 3 steps. Mr. Wellington, why did you not use the phone booth that was right in front of you? I love this scene. I love this image. When they do that, it's awesome. It's amazing.
Order.
What does reporting the crime a little late prove to the defense?
The witness can't explain what he was doing for 15 minutes. That is reason enough to throw suspicion on his testimony. I agree.
Yes, this is very true. What do you have to say for yourself with this?
Then I bet this phone really is his, Nick. He must have killed Dustin to get his phone back. But Maggie said that she was going to return it to him. So there's no reason for him to kill for it. And on top of that, we still have the phone she found anyway. But if he wasn't looking for his cell phone, maybe he was looking for something else. Was he?
Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor?
do you have any thoughts that you would like to share with the court? Can you offer explanation as to what the witness was doing during those 15 minutes?
Yes, maybe. There's only one possible explanation.
Alright, let's hear your explanation. However, be forewarned that if your explanation is not persuasive, you will be penalized. Think carefully before you present.
Yes, Your Honor. I probably shouldn't have said there was only one possibility. Please present to the court that one piece of evidence that will answer the following. Why didn't the witness call the police right away? My thought process is, and it could be wrong, is, like, I'm thinking that he did this, but then, like, there's no evidence to show that he did that. There's also his broken glasses. This is a little bit harder, because we don't want to, like, mess up too badly and F up completely. No, I don't think it'll be this either. See, my thought process of this as well is that it could be the con artist's phone numbers, because I mean, that would kind of make sense, right? Like, if he's on that number, but then again, it was on the phone Maggie found. Let's just present this.
Perhaps?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Yeah, no, I get it, because like it makes sense. I did a poor job of this. Is it this? Like, is it this? I mean, we might as well try. No, it's not. Shit. Oh my god, we're gonna fail this. We're gonna fail this bad. Yeah, no, I know. Oh, what is it? What? Look, we have to think. We have to think. It can't be this. Could it be the glasses? But why would like... Is there a piece of evidence, or did I, like, fuck up a bit? I might have fucked up a bit. Cause, like, my first thought was the list of con artists' names. No. Like, the only other thing I can think is the glasses? Yes. Well, let me think for a second, because I don't want them to tell me. I want to figure out myself, because this is like almost like being like a removal of like, oh, I think this might be it, I think this might be it. Maybe he... I don't know. These are your glasses, aren't they? Ah, where did you find... Gah. I believe the court all heard you just confess to that the glasses are in fact yours. I'll tell you where they were found, Mr. Wellington. These glasses were found under the victim's body. Under the victim's body?
Order.
Now, wait a second. Hold on. I didn't confess or confirm anything. Your Honor, I think the answer is quite clear here. As he fell, Dustin Prince grabbed the culprit's glasses. Yes. The culprit knew that he had to find the glasses and searched for... Okay, that makes sense. Okay, that does make sense. What he didn't realize was that they were found under the victim's body. And that's why it took him 15 minutes to make the call, because he was looking for the evidence. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Okay, I gotta remember that stuff in the future.
Mr. Wright, are you indicting the witness as the real murderer?
Of course. That is precisely what I'm doing. This is awesome. Oh. Now, this actually happens in apparently Japanese courts. Just to explain really quickly, apparently in Japanese courts, it's not really innocent until proven guilty. It's, okay, if you didn't do it, then who did? That's what, like, the court cases are like, apparently. So apparently this is, like, very accurate to a court case. He is the real murderer. Did you figure it out, Nick? More or less. Turns out the cell phone was the key to this case after all. Anyway, now is our chance to deep six this guy. I'll sink him in one shot. Yeah! This is so exciting, watching you work again. Somehow my old self is coming back to me. It's time to sink or swim. Everything rests on the edge of a knife. This is the moment I've been waiting for.
Order.
You can't object anymore, go away. You're making a mockery of us with those snazzy glasses.
Without any solid ground to stand on, he accuses the witness of being the murderer?
Yeah, that's right. I'm no criminal. This third-rate fraud of a lawyer. In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's hear your explanation as to why you were not the murderer. Why, that's easy. For example, the name the victim wrote, what about that? Oh, you mean the name Maggie? Yeah, even an idiot like that you can read like that. Oh, wait a second. We already know this was not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggie, and the victim was left-handed.
In other words, in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name on the ground.
But wouldn't that mean that the real criminal was someone the defendant knew? Otherwise, how else would that person know her name was Maggie, or Maggie?
That is a good point. The witness didn't even know of Miss Bride before this trial.
I forgot. Was there any way this creep could have known Maggie's name beforehand? There was a way. It would be best if I could prove the witness had a chance, that the defendant's name was Maggie. Now, will the defendant please present its case? How could the witness have known? Okay, we're looking through all this stuff. Sorry for, rushing right through this. A list of con artists and their phone numbers stored in their cell phones Maggie found. Okay, so let's think about this. Is it I'm thinking the cell phone. Because if you remember, he called her and asked her name. You remember that? Remember I got it wrong and I thought that his name was Maggie for a second? Maybe? Mr. Wellington, you didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct? So what if I didn't? When you realized you had lost it, what did you do? What did I do? Didn't you try to find it by calling it? Why, how did you... You need to stop, buddy. Your Honor, these questions have nothing to do with... Overruled. Man, your beard's awesome, I just gotta say, and your shiny head.
Mr. Wright, where are you going with this line of questioning? Do you think there is some relation between the witness's cell phone and the murderer?
I do, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, Maggie Bird picked up a lost phone in the park. And she also received a phone call from the owner of the phone. Hello. Oh, such a sweet couple together. Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give it back. I'll be right there. Sorry I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. So he knew that it was Maggie, but didn't know the spelling of the name Maggie, which it can be spelled both ways. That's when you learned that her name was Maggie. But you made one fatal mistake.
Fatal mistake?
The client's name is Maggie, but the name that was written on the ground was Maggie. This is a mistake that could only occur if all you knew was how her name sounded. Yeah, but you're going down. You're going down.
Order, order.
But, Your Honor, the witness has no motive.
Maybe, we could think about a motive. We can plant a motive. We could do this. Guys, this is really fun. This is a really fun game. And your point is?
It's very simple, Your Honor. A person usually would not kill someone without reason. Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone.
That is absolutely correct. I don't have a motive.
Mr. Wright.
Your Honor?
Can you explain what motive the witness could have had?
It's very simple, Your Honor. Are you sure, Nick? If I said I can't offer an explanation, then the trial's over, right? Yeah, but... Now then, please present to the court the proof that this witness had a motive. This? Mr. Wellington's motive is right here.
What is this? A list?
These phone numbers were pulled from the memory of the phone that the defendant found. And we've determined that the people on this list are the members of a certain group. Yes, okay, we got it. You looked up all those numbers? Of course. The list of phone numbers was stored in the cell phone's memory. The name and numbers belong to the people who are members of a certain con artist group.
Oh, wow. Con artists?
Can you explain why these numbers were on your phone, Mr. Wellington?
This is an outrage,
an invasion of privacy. Looking up the phone numbers on a person's phone is a worse crime than murder. I don't know about that. You're one of those people. You're just like the cops that read the... Oh, here we go. Yep. I don't care, Mr. Wellington. All I want is for you to tell us what this list is about. You think any of you know what it's like to be a refined man such as me? No, let him speak. Let your client speak, Payne.
Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness.
Objection overruled. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Why would the witness have the numbers of a group of con artists on his phone?
Isn't that obvious? The witness is a member of that group. Mr. Wellington is a member of this very group. All of your friends' phone numbers are stored right here on the phone. If anyone were to look into these phone numbers, it would be all over you. For you. That is why you had to kill. No. This is too much.
That does make quite a bit of sense. Well, Mr. Wellington, would you care to explain?
I got you now. Oh, he's about to burst. Yeah, he's done. His goose is cooked. Come on now, buddy. Come on, Payne.
Your Honor.
What is it, Mr. Payne?
Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness.
That's the exact same thing only a few seconds ago. You said the exact same thing only a few seconds ago. I don't know why I'm finding it hard to read over this text. Maybe I'll make the text more opaque or something to make it easier to read. We'll try that next time.
Please, let's think about the content of that phone call.
Hello? Yeah, so this is the phone call we saw earlier, yeah. The defendant had already promised that she would return the phone. After that, all Mr. Wellington had to do was meet Miss Burr to get the phone back. Why then would he need to kill anyone? That's a good point. It's not a bad point. Yeah? What does the defense think about this? If you think about it logically, then it makes sense. Then maybe we should be thinking outside the box. If we think like that, let's see. Maybe that slimeball saw something at the crime scene that made him commit murder.
Your thoughts, Mr. Wright?
Well, I don't think Mr. Wellington went to pick up his phone in a very friendly manner. But he was promised his phone, so why would he have been on friendly? Like, it's a good point again, it's a good point. I think he must have seen something that didn't agree with him when he got there.
Well then, Mr. Wright, what was this something that didn't agree with the witness?
My business card? Is it the business card? I mean, we might as well try. That's gonna be too off the thing, though. The witness saw this. Because I'm thinking if he saw a lawyer's business card or something, would he think that they're trying to, like, get back at him for conning him? No. That's not it. Okay, we got it wrong. So there's something else. Wait, we can check. Because I was thinking, I was originally going to pick the picture of the dead police officer, but then I thought to myself, would it not make sense to... I forgot that you can present actual freaking people. What Mr. Wellington saw was the victim. A police officer, of course. Of course the con artist would be freaking running scared from a freaking... Yeah. With no time to change, he went to the park still wearing his police uniform. Oh, such a sweet couple. The girl that picked up my phone is a policeman. He couldn't have known they were going out, so he began to worry. He was afraid the policeman would ask a few questions before returning the phone. If I do anything suspicious, he might run and check my phone. In his mind, it was possible they had already run a check on his phone.
And he went into panic, is that what you're saying?
Exactly. Officer Prince was murdered simply because he was in uniform.
Mr. Payne, do you have any comments?
I'm thinking.
It seems the truth has come out at last. The witness, Mr. Wellington, you are...
Yeah, he's done. His goose is cooked. He's done. He's like... Third-rate education? What's that supposed to mean? The evidence. Ah, that guy is really creeping me out. All you've been waving around, all talk about the suspicious cell phone. Suspicious phone number this, suspicious con group that. They're all on that phone. But who's to say that phone is really mine? Where's your proof? Your evidence? You want proof that this phone is yours? Haha, I already told you earlier. That phone I lost, I've already found it. You don't even have the slightest idea who the phone in your hand belongs to. But you can't be sure it isn't mine, you simpleton. What? It feels good to see you squirm. It is a problem. We do seem to have a problem on our hands with this phone. Whose phone is it? Without knowing that, it's meaningless as evidence. Your Honor, this is bad. I can't let him turn the tables on me like this. This cell phone. There has to be something I've overlooked. There's gotta be. Maybe. Fingerprints on the phone? Guys, another weird way to end this video. But I like ending videos on cliffhangers. Let's see what's gonna happen next in this trial. I will see you guys very soon. Bye bye.